Yeah, when you're moving from idea to action, there are always a couple of steps, and especially this is true if you're involving a community group as opposed to simply acting on your own. But I think this is also true even in individual terms. You know, the first thing is you have to have a vision. You have to have some sense of what it is you want to do that really matters to do. And when you're doing that in a community, then you're gathering people around a vision so that it becomes a shared vision. In the case of Citizen Leaders, for instance, which was a grassroots program that Imagine Chicago did, where there were people in the community who had ideas of how it could be better and wanted to work together with other people to make it happen, people would first come forward within a learning environment with other people and share what it was that really was exciting to them to see done. But then they had to go back into the community and find at least 6 other people to work with them. In that process of finding other people, it was important not only to say, here's what I can see, but to also ask for other people's ideas. So that often the idea that surfaced as the idea that got enacted was one that was had been tweaked or redefined or changed somewhat by that conversation. So it might be a related idea, it might not be the original idea, but by that point it had a team behind it. And provided people can articulate that vision clearly enough, then they can move forward to a next step, which is deciding to work together on it. And again, in the case of Citizen Leaders, we actually had people give their signatures to a document that said, here's what we're hoping to do, and I want to sign up to do it, and it's going to be over this period of time, because it gave an opportunity to have a conversation about who really saw themselves as part of it, and people got to make a public commitment to it. Because when you have that, then accountability goes up. Again, at that stage, often people would run into difficulties or challenges getting together a team because somebody's child would be sick, or somebody would take a new job, or conditions changed, or time was limited, or they couldn't meet at the same time the rest of the group could meet. So you'd have to have those structures in place, as well as the commitment to a shared vision. But once that was in place, then you really got to the how do we do this? Now, not what do we do and why does it matter, but how do we do it? And at that point, it became important to create a plan with action steps and with roles and responsibilities and timetables and deadlines, the kinds of things that anyone knows who has done any kind of project management, but mainly to set some goalposts. Because in the case of the Citizen Leaders Project, they were time limited. They had to be completed within a certain budget by a certain date, but they were open-ended in terms of what the description was. And then finally, there had to be built into the process a way of assessing, both as you went, so there was continuous learning involved, but also when you were done, where you could stand and say, how did we do, and what did we do, and what's different now, and who else needs to know about this? Recognizing that the most effective way of inspiring other people to get involved is to show that your getting involved made a difference to the place where they live. So, I found when I was part of something at the MacArthur Foundation in 1993, they spent a year studying how good collaborations work and also where they get in trouble. And I can really commend to your attention this product that came out of the collaboration project, which describes those steps of sharing a vision and deciding to collaborate and choosing to act and then reassessing the effort, and also where that gets in trouble. So take a look at that, because it will, if nothing else, it'll give you a heads up on where you can completely predictably expect to get in trouble, and then you won't take it personally.